Alright, so I am in the food plot that I did the YouTube video for. You can see there's a lot of yellow going on in here. So that means that the clethodim worked. Some of the grasses are definitely dying off. You can see some of them are turning brown. There's light yellow. So this is 5 days. Clethodim takes a little bit longer than butyrach does. Butyrach usually within a day or two you'll see stuff starting to wilt down. But you can see that the grasses are not growing as fast as they should. And then another cool thing, you see we got bare ground over here. This is where we had a really bad thistle patch. If you look down into the patch, see little clovers growing. There's a couple. And then you go over here, and then you can see all the little clovers growing through. And then here's a pretty good patch of clover growing in. It's growing through the grass. So this will be about 3 or 4 days. Come in here and mow this. Probably mow this either Wednesday or I'll wait till the weekend. Do it in the morning on Saturday. But sorghum's doing pretty good. So clover's coming in the patches that are brown. So this will all be clover very shortly. There are some thistles coming up. That's to be expected. Once the ground opens up and the seeds can get sunlight, they start to germinate. Just over. See how high this is. This is probably 3 feet tall out here. That's a 4-foot pole. Most of this stuff is just about halfway or a little over halfway high on the pole. It's still a little yellow. But we had some pretty good sun. You can see it's starting to get a little bit darker shade. So this is what it's supposed to look like. That dark of green, and these are all light green. But it's still growing. This stuff over here on the truck side is not as high as it should. You can see all the way in the back by the wooded line, which is kind of weird because it's the closest to the shade. And that's working. So most of this stuff is 3 feet tall here. That one there is over 4 foot tall. And a couple of these in here are over 4 foot tall already. They've grown considerably since the last time. I got my Dunstan chestnut trees here. I have to bring in some water. They look like they're drying out pretty good. Ooh, Japanese beetles. Are all over this tree. They are eating the crap out of it. Look at this. Look at that. Great. Well, Robbie Pruitt, do you have anything I could spray on that? Let me know. Because they are killing this tree. This one they haven't really touched. This one's still green and vibrant. 1 or 2 leaves on the top, looks like. Well, I hope they don't kill these. Did a little bit of pruning. Clean that up a little bit. So most of the deer will use this trail here. They'll come out and they'll walk out into the field. But I had made a little opening here for them to go into the food plot. And then if you stand here, you look in. I left a couple in the middle so that it looks like it's closed off, but it's an area where they can get in. So this is update number 1. Update number 2 I'll do right after I mow it so you can see how the clover looks after the grass is down. And then we'll get some more clover fuel on this probably on Saturday as well.